Hello everybody. I'm gonna kind of do this video for kind of like fun builds. Today, pyrana. Now, one bad thing about the builds I'm going to be going for is riven builds and the stats you get on them and fun ways in order to take advantage of it. Well, today we're gonna be looking at the pyrana prime. Now, I have a riven for this. It's a bit absurd for what I'm wanting it to do. Got crit chance on it. Almost maxed out crit chance. Minus weapon recoil, which is amazing by the way. If you want to, you could go with something different. This is just if you can get lucky with getting crit chance and punch through. This is kind of builds you can do. Hang on a second. Sorry, I was letting my cat out. The important ones here is the punch through and crit chance because punch through mods on pistols are hot garbage, and without a riven, pyrana can't dish out decent damage if you can't get crit chance. Because even with prime pistol gamut and prime target cracker, you won't get 100% crit chance, and this weapon is based off of crit. Another thing you can do here is instead of running these two, you could run flat damage. I just didn't feel like putting the format into it because for what I use the pyrana for, this is fine. So the next part of this build is chroma. Now, appearance. I'm obviously going for toxin chroma, but the reason why that is because of his elemental ward. Now, with poison on here, what this does is it actually increases your reload speed. Now, one thing that you guys noticed, I've almost got a prime, maxed out prime quick draw. Now, what this will do for me is this is going to make this thing like absurd in DPS. This is like low pump stomp type build where you just point in a direction and you just kind of aim in a kind of like circle, like going like this, and you just watch everything die. Now, one bad thing about this build is you probably want to run carrier. Now, this build is obviously not meant for being versus high level stuff, so we can do a test with a heavy gunner and see how powerful this build is at the moment. Actually. Well, another reason why I also use chroma, besides the reload speed, is because of his damage amplification. So, give me a second. Let's turn... I forgot I had friendly fire because I was dicking with them earlier. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. Let's get our energy going. Ooh, I accidentally pulled out my melee weapon. Oops. Hang on a second. Obviously, it ain't going to be doing that much damage to targets like this. Go ahead and pause the AI. Because one bad part about the Pyrana Prime is its ability to, not do damage at high levels. Because A doesn't really have decent status chance. 2, it starts falling off with armor pretty heavily. Even with like a perfect riven, because I had a crit chance, crit damage multi-shot version. And it did not eat through that well. The way I looked at the Pyrana is it excels at killing like low level scrub B targets, like level 40. It's like, here, since we killed those, we'll do about, we can do about 20 of these, but instead of making it 140, let's do about 60. will do without damage buff enhancement. As you see, you just kind of melt through. Now the best part about this is, do this, you reload already. Do that, you've reloaded already. Now let's use Chroma's poison in order to get that reload speed kicking in. Now you've got an automatic fucking turret, pretty much. And that's the whole shtick with this build. Now, let's go ahead and go out and let's kind of test this. Let's see if there's any decent missions to go test this out on. Let's go to our orbiter. Now, one bad thing about pyrana rivens is they're, one, expensive. They're like, an unrolled, I think, is going for 350p right now, which is kind of stupid. But, honestly, if you can get the right riven, it's worth. Let's see here. What do we have? On an exterminate. That'd be fine. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll do it solo. An exterminate. We'll just do one of these I don't feel like. One that doesn't matter to me to crack. But the whole point of this is to be like a automatic turret, just clear white, without having to use abilities.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing.
Turn on this.
You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their... A Fisher, defend yourself and use...
Oh, I had an enemy from somewhere.
Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you.
I forgot these enemies actually have armor.
Use that reactant to... Keep fighting. Look for more reactants.
You obviously see the potential of what this does. Now they want us to go back this way. No. It's not they wanted us to go back this way, it's just there was fucking enemies here. The whole sole purpose of this is just to be able to do this.
That's it. You've opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
You just kind of look in a direction and everything dies. There's where you're hiding. Of course, the heavy gunners aren't going to take as much damage because of the armor. Actually, bombarders are tankier. Obviously, I haven't played Chroma in a while. I'm keeping up with my 3 pretty badly. Don't want to get too close, so they'll do their slam and just knock me down and make it take more time. Or I could get grabbed too, that helps. Now, if you understand why I say you probably want to run carrier for this, is I'm going through ammo like fucking nothing right now. I just look in a fucking direction and everything in that direction dies. Can I, like, stop being knocked down, please? Thank you. There. Yep, I thought as much that she would try that. See here. How quick did I do that? About 3 minutes. I could have done that better if I was just... And Stalker decides to show up. That's fun. Saying to that as a person is going off into their ship. But that's pretty much the whole point of this build, is just kind of have a point and click, but which is nice, but if you have the standing, it's just better to, where are you? Where's my chase moon? The chase moon is just better, just because of the natural punch through with the enemies. That, and you can look at a direction and those things will die. This gun is absolutely amazing in every way. Now this one I can see a riven becoming disposition 1, but right now it's 3, so I'm okay with that. But it's pretty much just what I wanted to showcase. It's just kind of fun shit to dick around with, which Pyrana is just amazing. Just kind of dicking around with crap. Are there skins for this? Really, you can actually use this. I wonder whenever you pop its passive if it's if it pulls out the other pistol, but it looks ghost-like. I'm not sure. Honestly, want to test one of these days. Go ahead and back out there.
Angry.
But this is my also current setup that I'm also running for Chroma. Also running a max Hulk arcade velocity. Ordis, will you shut the fuck up? I run Arcane Avenger because flat crit chance is amazing. That'll put you from doing only yellow crits to potentially doing orange crits. And you're going to always have this up as a chroma. Arcane Velocity is always going to be up because it's based off a crit chance. And what this will do is this is a 60% chance of 80% fire rate with pistols, which will make this a bit ridiculous, this whole build setup. You could do a better build setup, but this is just for me dicking around. I just run Hunter Adrenaline with Adaption and just kind of having limited energy, pretty much. Honestly, probably shouldn't even run Adaption because it probably nerfs how much energy I get in lower tiers. Trying to think what I would trade that out for. Not really saying anything I would want to trade out for. Because the way I have this modded is for terrorless hunting. That's really the only thing I use Chroma nowadays for. I forgot about this mod. Yeah, Dashin is probably the best that you could probably do. You could probably put Gladiator Finesse on here. Get that extra energy going. But, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until then, see you guys next time.